Okay, so we've pretty much got a method for feeding our starter here. The starter I've been using is straight out of my mom's recipe, just exactly. All glass container. It's finally working almost perfectly. It needs just like a minuscule amount more rise and it'll be completely done developing. I did do the optional step of putting in some activated yeast, which the article has in it that suggests that. So that's what I did, and it worked. And here we have our beautiful bread starter ready to be fed. I've been keeping it in the refrigerator so it colonizes slower and I don't have to feed it as often. I've been feeding it once a week. I reviewed my great aunt's recipe. She's the one that gave my mom her original bread starter. She had her own recipe based off of this newspaper article that I posted. So she changed her recipe to, for each feed, instead of 3/4 of a cup of sugar, to have half a cup. And I think I agree with that, and I'm going to try it this time for the first time with just half a cup instead of 3/4 of a cup, because the bread that came out, was delicious, but it was a tad sweet. And I wanted it a tad sweet, but it could be a bit under and like have a bit more flavor of the bread along with the sweetness, I think. So we will see what happens when we make this change. So we got our 1 cup of warm water and our potato flakes. I'm going to do 3 tablespoons of that. Let me get my tablespoon. So, get 3 tablespoons of the potato flakes, put it in the warm water, stir it to get it nice and even. You don't have to wear gloves like this. I was just working in the garden in the yard and I washed my hands really well, but still with my fingernails I just put gloves on. So you don't have to unless you want to. We got our half cup. Sugar. Stir that too. And this is our bread feed. Our lovely bread feed. And then we will add it to our bread. I think it's interesting how as the bread starter gets more happy and more fed, and it evens out more where the balance of yeast to feeding ratio is more even, you stop getting the fermentation or watery layer on the top. It's not even less pronounced. It's not there. Just it's a nice healthy starter. So right after you feed, at this point you want to take your excess out and use it for any recipe. So I will be making some more bread and seeing if this turns out with more of the bread flavor and less of the sweet, but it will still be sweet because that's how my mom's bread was when I was growing up, and that's how I want it. Future videos that I plan on doing, now that I've done the paper towel method, so you guys see how I do it, I'm going to be doing some videos on potatoes, sweet potatoes, so growing them from scratch, growing cabbage, lettuce, onions, broccoli, cauliflower, corn, and before the year's end I'm going to do some studies on sprouting as well, and we'll be posting about that. My goal before the year's end as well, I'd like to get a couple chickens, and I'll be posting about them, and if I can afford it, but definitely within the year 2026, I would like to do some apiary lessons, probably with Tampa Bee Farms. They offer apiary classes, so I like to get a hive or 2 going. I got a nice sizable backyard, so that's where I'm doing my gardening and where I'll have a couple hens and sprouting and some apiary, couple beehives. and probably a miniature goat. I hope y'all are doing well. This is our red starter that we've been using and will be using because it's absolutely delicious. It follows the article exactly, and it does make use of the activated yeast suggested, and an easy peasy feeding. And I will let you guys know how it tastes with the difference in 1/4 cup less sugar in the starter. And have a beautiful week.